Now look at that. The pubic hair stash is gone. Went back and looking at some videos and results. And I think having a mustache has led to some pretty crappy results. For example, last weekend when we bent the frame horn, I had a pretty crappy mustache, so took it off. But the RV's loaded, trailer's loaded up, ready to go. The race car is down on its feet. We just went through some setup. Speaking of setup, I've been talking to Ronnie Roberts quite a bit about it, and he's helped me tremendously about bar angles and preloading springs on bird cages and stuff. Just kind of giving me, you know, his input and stuff. And if y'all haven't done so already, go subscribe to his channel. It's Robert Race Cars by Ronnie Roberts. It's like, if you just search Ronnie Roberts, you'll find him. Or just Deep South Modifieds. He runs there quite a bit. You'll find him. He's pretty good. So helped me tremendously. We've got a pretty different setup on this car compared to last week, rear end wise. I just pretty much set the front end back how it was. We didn't really bend anything, so tow was perfectly fine. Everything up there was a-okay. Let me get the trailer on the RV. We're gonna hook that up, and we're gonna crank the car, go through leak checks, check timing, that kind of thing. Then we're gonna get the car loaded, and we'll see y'all at Tri-County. What do you think? What do you think, little man? He'll be turning up here soon. He's cool, calm, and collected already. Well, Jordan's on his way to Tech. Well, hopefully he passes. Oh, give her some gas.
Get out the pit.
Who's leading the Xfinity race? Uh-oh, I'll put the camera away. All right, well, they're fixing air leak on the carb, getting ready for hot laps. My dad came from Mississippi. He's checking out the awesome food court, restaurant, pit concessions they got here. We're ready to go. So just did hot laps. Car felt a little free. I think I need to gear down a little bit, but I ain't got one. So just gonna see what the track does, see what the car does for the heat race. I think I might be starting on a pole up close to the front. We'll see. Well, I sucked in the heat. The bottom is definitely the preferred groove in that one. I don't know, I'm learning. Definitely, I need a little bit lower of a gear. But we're making some setup changes, and I'm just building in my notebook. If I can just load this car on the trailer at the end of the night and just wash it and be fine. We did tear something up. Let me show you. Forgot my battery charger on the back of it. It bit the dust, but we're bolting tires on it now and getting ready for the main.
3-4 bed. Yeah. 4A.
We're doing great. Yeah, that's what we were dealing with there. I was holding the wheel and wheeling it.
It looked fucking
Oh
good.
my God, I had so much fun.
This bitch.
All right, morning after. We had some issues that happened, like kind of rolling off on the track. But that second heim over there, just it's loose. I don't know if you can see. There's a nut on top of there. I tightened it down, but I think I stripped the threads out of these, just like this nut here. I think I stripped the threads out on it just because I like really muscled it down, because I got a nut underneath and on top. And the top one barely has any threads coming into the nut, just so I could have that heim lower, so it pitches the steering wheel up a little bit. And I think that's all on me. So I was planning on just throwing a tack weld in there, but I'm like, well, then I got to get this sucker out eventually. So I don't know. But as you can see, like I got wires hanging down. So I think a lot of other stuff happened. But car is in one piece. I did tear up the charger we left it on. I thought somebody took it off. I should have double checked. It's my fault. I backed over it and killed it. So but yeah, let's get this car unloaded, let's get washing and get it prepped for next weekend. But I think like the first, before that caution came out, I was still trying to learn the car and figured out the changes that we made, because we kind of just threw the book at it and just trying to figure out how hard I could push it and how hard not to push it. Then after that, I was like, man, this thing's really stuck on this right rear. That's kind of what it felt like. Tighten the car up a little bit, and I could feel it really on the right rear. Come to find out, like, I cooked the right rear is what we did. So I need a new right rear tire, but it felt like it was hooked up and digging. It's just getting through some of the holes, the car would get pretty upset. These shocks, they're not in the best shape. They're probably just placeholders, honestly. So we'll get that figured out. I mean, shock package for this thing's $900. Like, one late model shock is about $900 for 602. So we're gonna get a shock package. We're gonna call up old Trackstar. I think what is their track brand? Tractionologies or something. I don't know. We'll get a set made up. I'm gonna send him a video, let him analyze it, and see what he thinks. Because the track was a little rougher than normal last night. Normally, Tri-County is probably one of the smoother surfaces consistently around here. I was just surprised with how much moisture it had in it last night, with how little rain we've had this year. It was a good night. It was really, really fun. Like, really fun running with the 10 car. Micah McCall, I think that's his last name, McCall or McCall or something, I don't know. He ran a 602 about 2 years ago, a year ago. Yeah, it was super fun. We just had a blast. We didn't tear nothing up. I think that's just a win in my book. And we learned. All right, I learned more about setup with these things and trying things and kind of just doing kind of similar stuff what we do on a late model. And it's working, right? So I got a whole day's worth of work ahead of me, cleaning all this mud off this car and getting it unloaded, and the RV, washing it and getting it cleaned up, and I got to mop the shop, organize the shop and everything. So I'm going to quit jibber jabbing. I'll see y'all next week.